We propose an adaptive, bio-inspired fish simulation with deep reinforcement learning, which can autonomously produce schooling behavior in groups of fish that adapts to changes in the environment. A stable, inexpensive, and safe supply of fish is very important, and the aquaculture industry is attracting attention as a means of protecting this natural resource. However, on fish farms, wasted food and fecal matter can negatively affect the surrounding environment. Optimizing feeding can be effective at solving this problem. Therefore, we developed a simulated ecosystem of schooling fish utilizing computer graphics. By performing many simulations in CG, the problems of time, cost, and environmental impact can be solved. To accomplish this, it is necessary to reproduce realistic fish behavior. In addition to individual fish behavior, the autonomous generation of various schooling behaviors is also needed. By introducing ecological parameters to individual fish and then training them, we succeeded in generating various collective behaviors, such as swarming and milling. In real fish, dopamine is known to act as a reward in the learning process. This dopamine-based process is known as reinforcement learning. We adopted deep reinforcement learning for our fish simulation. We have introduced the following ecological parameters into our simulation: the fish's preferred temperature, the fish's preferred light intensity, the personal space of each fish, the fish's response to obstacles and the water surface, a decision-making interval, the social ranking of fish, cohesion, alignment, and separation rules, and a range of swimming speeds relative to body lengths. Each fish is treated as an agent with a complex decision-making process in a multi-agent system, wherein individual rewards and collective rewards compete. Deep reinforcement learning is then applied to the system. In the same way that fish can sense only their relative rotation using their lateral line, the fish agents only observe their relative direction. Each fish agent observes the difference between its forward direction and that of the nearest neighboring fish in front of it, within its species-defined sensing range, and also observes its current depth, and then stores them as 3D tensors. Each agent chooses an orientation and a forward movement speed. The reward at each training iteration is computed by the summation of the following 7 subcomponents. RBC is the penalty given when a fish collides with the cage or water surface. RNC is the penalty given when fish collide with each other. RBD is the reward given when a fish avoids the cage and water surface. RND is the reward given when a fish is close to other fish. RE is the penalty given when a fish expends energy. RM is the reward given when a fish swims faster than the minimum speed without changing orientation, or the penalty given when a fish abruptly changes its depth. RC is the reward given when a fish successfully attacks its target. For the victim of an attack, it is a penalty. After each decision-making interval, each fish receives a reward or penalty based on its actions. These data are fed to the DRL network, and schooling behavior is learned. Here we show the results of simulating a sparse population and a dense population. The simulation successfully generated a swarm state, characterized by a low cohesion and low polarization grouping. We also succeeded in creating a milling state, wherein the fish continually orbit around an empty core, resulting in a torus shape. Here we compare PPO and SAC. Both successfully created a milling state. The simulation successfully produced behavior wherein socially dominant fish chase and strike subordinate fish. We succeeded in generating schooling behavior. We utilized these results to produce training data for computer vision and implemented a fish counting algorithm. To create realistic visuals, we visited fish farms to film fish and their environment, and then reproduced them in CG. We automatically generated an annotated synthetic dataset and used it as training data. For test data, we captured video from the fish farms. Here, we show the training datasets generated for the yellowtail, red sea bream, and coho salmon. Here, we show the counting results for the yellowtail, red sea bream, and coho salmon.